As Chef Thomas Keller once said, a recipe has no soul. You, as the cook, must bring soul to the recipe. The same applies to AI. The tools are your ingredients ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, to name a few. But it's your stack, your personal recipe, that makes the real magic happen. Welcome to Apply Theory Podcast. I'm your host Preeti, and today we are cooking up something very modern, your AI kitchen. Now, if you are like most professionals, you have probably tried AI tools the same way we all tried cooking during the lockdown. Random experiments, inconsistent results, and that one friend who suddenly became a master chef. You have probably opened ChatGPT to draft an email, or maybe used Midjourney once for a presentation image. But here is the real question: do you have an AI strategy, or just a digital junk drawer? By the end of this podcast, you will know exactly how to build your own personal AI stack, turn random tools into a productivity machine, and use AI like a Michelin-star chef with finesse, flavor, and focus. Most professionals use AI like they use kitchen appliances, switching between five gadgets, using none effectively. You tried ChatGPT on day one, Claude the next, Gemini when Google suggests it, and Perplexity when someone on LinkedIn swears by it. But just like in cooking, the secret isn't more tools, it's the right setup. So let's break your AI kitchen down into four layers, straight from the latest building your personal AI stack research. Layer 1 is your foundation model, your core intelligence. This is your stove, your foundation. You don't need 10 models. You need one reliable base and a few special ingredients. For example, ChatGPT, your all purpose chef's knife, best for reasoning, coding, analysis. Claude, your true self, great with writing, empathy, and long form nuance. Gemini, the blender, perfect for Google integration and multitask magic. And for specific flavors, for example, you have Perplexity for research because citations matter, Copilot for code, Jasper for marketing copy. Start with one. Like a good home cook, start with one reliable non-stick pan, then expand when ROI proves itself. Let's take an example of a content strategist. She began with just ChatGPT. 2 months later, she added Claude, then Perplexity. Her total monthly spend was approximately, for example, 3 to 3.5 thousand. She was able to save from finding freelance content writer, that is approximately 15-20,000. Her payback time will totally depend how much she is using, how many content she is posting, but it totally depends on how she is able to save it. But then she realizes instead of paying 15,000 for getting my content or 10-15 contents written, I can now save time and do it on my own in approximately 3 to 5 days using the AI tools. Now, this is a profitable recipe for her, and that works. So that's the first layer, is of finding the right foundation model that works for you and complements your core intelligence. Layer 2 is your integration tools, making it all talk. AI tools in isolations are like ingredients that don't mix. Integration is the blender. The right thing ties flavor together. For documents, use like for example, for documents, I prefer Notion AI. It's like my knowledge pantry. I like to combine that with Notebook LM to summarize different YouTube videos, convert my text into a podcast summary, saves my time, helps me integrate my work, write better podcast, go through different researches faster. These are just a few to name. So far, we looked into two layers already. This first was your foundation model, that matches your core intelligence, like ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Perplexity, Copilot. Then is the integration tools where you are able to make it all talk, combine, remember, streamline, and that you can use different combination of tools. Then comes your third layer, which is your specialized domain tools. This is your professional edge. Now we're adding this signature spice. Generic AI helps everyone equally, but domain specific AI creates flavor. And that's a very common, and I use it a lot under ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, where I have created custom GPT with specific instructions of what I want and how I want. For example, for doing the research for my podcast, for refining my postcard, reviewing my postcard, editing the podcast, for everything I have a custom GPT, so that can help me understand and can help me save my workload and reduce it into few hours than compared to days. That specialized domain tools and the typical flavor of creating your custom GPTs really help. Fourth layer is the automation. This is basically the final course of orchestration. This is where your tools start dancing together, you automate things, and you would also heard it in general common term as AI agents, where you make this combination and everything just start working on its own. So imagine this. You publish a blog, AI summarizes it, Claude creates social post, buffer schedules, analytics tracks engagement from 3 hours of manual work to 15 minutes flat. And that's about it. And Indian professionals can do this under 5,000 per month. So how do you actually build your AI kitchen? Here is a 90-day build strategy from research-backed frameworks. First, you pick one foundation model and you map your top 10 repetitive tasks and you start testing that task not once but at least 1 week. And you test the task on multiple AI and you also try each of those tasks with that one foundation model. Then you record your baseline productivity, how much it is improved, what was the final prompt that you gave, how did you achieve to the final output that you were happy with. Month 2, you learn integration. You add 2-3 integration tools like Notion AI, you combine different tools and platforms and see how the basic automation workflows happen. Measure again. How much time are you saving? Month 3 is where you specialize. You add domain specific tools if you want to do coding, cursor, and anything like that. And then you build your first custom GPT using your own data. Document everything because your stack is your playbook. Golden rule, don't try 10 tools. Try 3 tools well. Because a cluttered tech stack is like a kitchen with too many spices, overwhelming and ineffective. With a limited budget, whatever you have, 3,000, 5,000, you can set up your own AI kitchen that can outperform global stacks worth 3 to 5 times. Why? Because we don't have the luxury to waste. Here is the efficient Indian recipe that I try. I definitely have a ChatGPT Plus that I tried during my foundation. I started with ChatGPT Plus. At that time, I paid like 1,600 rupees per month. Then I started using Claude. Claude was another like 2 grands, but I used it day in and out. Then I went into automation. I tried N8N. Works beautifully for me. I tried Make. Yes, I definitely paid an investment. I tried Runway. I tried multiple platforms, but somehow I noticed that out of everything, there were only few that worked very well for me. I still keep trying whatever new comes in the market just to see and validate where and what it is. But this budget gives me a clarity. This constraint creates a clarity for me. And clarity, that's your new competitive edge. Let's wrap this recipe with a thought. AI won't replace professionals, but professionals who use AI strategically will replace those who don't. So here is your challenge for the week. Audit your current AI tools. Ask yourself, which tools am I using? Which ones deliver measurable return on my investment? What can I automate next month? And if you're feeling adventurous, document your AI stack like a recipe. Because one day, this system will become your secret professional sauce. Remember, anyone can use AI, but only the strategic professionals, the one who build their AI kitchens with intention, will feast on the real opportunities. Thank you for tuning to Apply Theory podcast with me, Preeti. If this episode helped you see your AI tools in a new light, share it with your friend who still says AI will take my job. Tag me and use Apply Theory podcast as a hashtag. Until next time, keep your knife sharp, your AI smarter, and your career shimmering at the perfect temperature. Bye-bye.